Capriati on the right. Her second appearance on the centre court at this Wimbledon. She played here last year in the junior championships, but she didn't get beyond, I think, the quarter-finals. But of course her first appearance here as a senior. And Steffi Graf has been home to Germany over the weekend. Had a quick break from the tennis here. And one wonders just how vulnerable she might be today. So, Graf v Capriati, our commentators, former champion Virginia Wade, and with her, Bill Threlfall.
Well, there they are, Steffi Graf and Jennifer Capriati. Perhaps one of the most eagerly awaited ladies' matches for a very long time, this. Full of tension, full of potential. And I don't think Jennifer Capriati has stopped smiling since she walked onto this court. An unbelievable young girl, this. As people are saying, she's 15, going on 25, 35 years old, for her intelligence and her tennis ability. And I would think she's just going to hit out and enjoy this match. And Steffi Graf, age 21, almost becoming old in tennis terms in the ladies' game. Seeded one, of course, world ranking one. And there's her record. Absolutely unbelievable for a girl of this age. Australia, she's won it 3 times. French, she's won twice, runner-up twice. Wimbledon, she's won the last 2 years, runner-up in '87. And the United States Open, she's won the last 2 years and runner-up once, semi-final twice. And so an almost unblemished record, except perhaps if you look at the French Open, which she's lost for the last 2 years. First of all to Arantxa Sanchez Vicario, and then this year to Monica Seles. But in my book, the supreme athlete, just the perfect figure for tennis, tall, strong, very, very fast around the court, and a tremendous temperament. And Jennifer Capriati, well, she's so new, 14 years old, 14 and a quarter is important because that means if any other young girl's coming up, well, she's 14 years old, but who's to say that somebody even younger is not going to come up, because they're getting so unbelievably precociously young and good these days that you just don't know what's coming next. She seeded 12 in this tournament, Jennifer. And, of course, she's got very little record behind her. World rankings 13. Australia, she's never played. Wimbledon, no. Or United States, nothing. And the French, her first Grand Slam title, she goes straight through to the semi-finals. Also a wonderful figure for tennis, tall and strong. She seems to, in her 14 years, have grown into the figure of a young lady of about 20. And I don't know what you think, Virginia, but this should be a wonderful match. It's certainly enticing, the whole prospect of it.
Well, from Steffi's point of view, you know, the question has always been that Steffi might get bored with tennis because she has been winning and winning and winning. And suddenly, it's almost, I think it's almost an advantage that Monica Seles has come along and actually shown herself to be so brilliant, including the 2 wins against Steffi, but also that she has the excitement here, the extra challenge of playing somebody who is new to her, somebody who has been getting so much attention that it has relieved Steffi somewhat of all that focus of the international attention. So it's been Jennifer who has had every journalist, every photographer, every media person in the world, all tickled everybody's interest. You know, when it used to be the other players that the person in the street would ask you about, now it's Jennifer Capriati. And she has relished it. She has loved every minute of it. She, as you said, she has a smile on her face. The word I keep hearing about Jennifer is that she's happy. She was the overriding emotion for this tournament was that she was happy to be here, and the overriding emotion about coming on to play Steffi Graf in this really historic match was that she was happy to be here. And her mother said that she has so many problems keeping her calm. She gets so excited that last night she did her absolute utmost not to let her get overexcited. She left the dressing room for a minute and the crowd was all after her and yelling at her, "We love you." And it's sort of fun because she is a very nice girl with a wonderful personality.
Yes, she seems to have no problems at all in that direction, does she? Lovely personality. May it long remain so. And indeed, the ladies' game with her and Monica Seles really adorning it now is a very, very exciting part of tennis. Look at that lovely service action, full of fluency. And of course, Chris Evert has had a lot to do with the tennis upbringing of Jennifer.
1 minute.
She certainly has, because it was Chris's father who was first asked about Jennifer. He said his answer was, "I never worked with anybody under, I think it was under 8 or something," and this girl was 5 or 6, and he looked at her, or maybe even 7, he looked at her and he said, "Well, I've changed my mind," and he took her under his wing. And then of course it's Chris's brother John Evert, who is her manager with International Management Group, and so it is a close family sort of bond, and Chris has been very warm in her praise. And the question that Jennifer was asked so much was she being resembled to Chris, and she said, well, Chris was the one who said, no, she goes to the net much more often than I do. But they're happy to be associated with each other.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Capriati won the toss and elected to serve.
So the umpire for this match is George Grime, who is a dentist.
Time.
And I don't think he's going to get any pain from either of these two ladies, who are so well behaved on court. Very experienced umpire indeed. Done many matches in this chair and in Davis Cup matches around the world.
Ready to play, please.
And so it's the young lady who has got no
quickly.
problems
Thank
at
you.
all on her mind, serving to Steffi Graf, who might just have 1 or 2.
First set. Miss Capriati to serve. Play.
First rally of a match.
$15 love.
Well, I've rarely seen a match start with
Quiet,
a rally
please.
like
Thank
that.
you.
The ball being hit beautifully until the final error.
And just a lovely play from Steffi. She gets the angle shorter and shorter, but then she covers it perfectly. She has an opening there.
$15-30.
Apparently no nerves at all, hitting the ball cleanly and with total abandon.
$15-40.
Ball tossed just a bit too far back there, and the rhythm destroyed by that. 2 break points to Steffi Graf.
Game, Miss Graf. First game.
And the first game gone in 2 minutes. And one feature of this game, I think, Virginia, is that both girls really like to get on with it quickly.
Well, they certainly don't spend too much time hanging around, and in between points, in between serves, they just are very quick. And I once always remembered Steffi for being the one who's been reluctant to sit in her chair for too long. She's always usually out of the gates like a shot, and you have the feeling that she just never wants to sit still. But the strange thing is that here's Steffi, who has that reputation, and I have even seen her in the French asking Selish to slow down a little bit because she wasn't ready, and Jennifer goes along at the same rate. Steffi definitely with a sinus problem. When she was speaking earlier today, she was very, very congested, which would affect her breathing.
Seats quickly, please.
But she is so extraordinarily
Miss Graf
fit.
to serve.
1-love, first set.
Ah! 15-love.
Well, there's the instinctive grass court player. If you're a clay court player, you would have stayed back, let that bounce, and then hit it.
Up. 30-15.
Well, there have been 2 unforced errors by the Steffi Graf forehand. 1 in each of the first 2 games.
$40-15. Game is Graf. Miss Graf leads by 2 games to love.
And Jennifer has won just 2 points. 1 in each game.
Hey. 15-love. First service. $50. Out. 30-15.
Another unforced error on the forehand, but then Steffi really hits a large proportion of her ground strokes on the forehand side.
All.
Steffi not quite putting the ball away first time.
Hey. 40-30.
You'll see a lot of those shots. The forehand played from the backhand corner. She runs round it when she can. And game point for the first time to Jennifer.
Game is Capriati. Miss Graf leads by 2 games to 1, first set.
So Jennifer Capriati moving well, counter-hitting brilliantly, and that final point really something else.
And you would really imagine that a 14-year-old would be simply overpowered by one of the older players, and especially somebody who hits the ball as hard as Steffi did. There is one shot in this rally where Steffi just pounds a forehand, and Jennifer is so quick to get her racket on it and convert the shot, and then finally ends up. She gets down so ends up winning the point. She gets down so well on the backhand. She is handling the slice from Steffi extremely well, because Steffi puts excessive slice on that, and the ball stays extremely low and causes a lot of people a lot of trouble. So an excellent game.
Will you
from
take your
Jennifer
seats quickly,
Capriati there.
please? Seats quickly. Thank you.
2-1.
Out. 15 love.
Rather late call there. And Steffi was just coughing there rather a lot. 2-1, 15 love.
First service.
Come in, but she's not taking that opportunity. And if she's dropping the ball short, Tozier is quite ready herself to threaten her.
15 all.
So a break point to the French girl. Yes, well played.
One game all, second set.
Well, a lot of service breaks that have been. Every game went against
30-15.
French lady in the opening set. Sabatini lost 2 and she just lost a third. So it's quite unusual. Only 2 games have been held.
Forty, 15.
Yes, the depth of that shot from Jennifer Capriati was just too much for Steffi to handle. She got behind the ball too much.
Game, Mr. Graf. Miss Graf leads by 3 games to 1.
Well, Steffi, who coughed her way through that game but somehow managed to win it, is ahead 3-1.
6th year. Started in 1985.
Love 15.
I don't think she will be able to afford many of those in this match. It's her second.
All.
And Steffi gambling with a drop shot from the baseline. This girl is fast around the court.
30-15. Game is Capriati. Miss Graf leads by 3 games to 2, first set.
Just to get you up to date, first of all with the result on Martina Navratilova. She's beaten Judith Wiesner, the number 14 seed, 6-3, 6-3, and she will next play the number 7 seed, Katrina Malieva, for a place in the semi-finals. British win out on court 4 today, a doubles match that was postponed from Saturday night. Stephen Botfill and James Turner have come through in 5 sets against the seeds, Gustavo Lutzer of Argentina and Cassio Motta of Brazil. That was the second round match. Now out on court 2, Guy Forget, the number 11 seed, is in trouble against Christian Bergström, the non-seed from Sweden. 2 sets to 1 down, Forget. 3 games all in the 4th set. On court 14, there's a match in progress there which is being seen on BBC 2 at this moment between Gabriela Sabatini, the number 4 seed from Argentina, and the French girl Nathalie Tauzier. And Sabatini has won the first set 6-2. They're 1 game all in the second set. Now back to centre court.
Steffi Graf 3-2 up with the 1 break.
$15 love. $30 love.
That was a magnificent serve.
$30-15. $40-15.
Yes, that's a Graf speciality, that backhand. She comes right underneath it and with side spin. When she plays it down the line, the ball goes away from the opponent. Very tricky shot to return. Unbelievable power.
40-30.
Yes, good volley.
Game is Graf. Miss Graf leads by 4 games to 2.
Beautiful, competent serve and volley. Wrong footing volley. Steffi Graf ahead 4-2.
$15 love. $30 love. $30-15. 30 all. Wait,
Steffi just holding up play there. Was not quite ready, hadn't settled herself. Absolutely her right to do that. She's got to be wary on second serve because Steffi is leaping on those, and so she does need a high proportion of first serves in. Oh, that's a brilliant shot. One of the rare topspin backhands.
Deuce.
She's certainly got that shot in her locker. She doesn't always unleash it, but when she does, she plays it beautifully.
Advantage, Miss Capriati. Deuce.
Yes, that landed plumb on the line.
Advantage, Miss Capriati.
And I think that's the first time in the match that Steffi Graf's footwork was not quite up to it. Ball much too close to the body. Very good run, fitting shot.
Deuce.
My goodness me, they're having to think so fast, these two girls, because they're both reacting so well.